Hello, I'm Glenn Toby. I'm a Spring Forest Shikang master and a psychotherapist. The topic of this 5-minute talk on distress healing is with a focus on masks. You know, Spring Forest Shikang's focus is on vibration, higher vibration in the body, the healthier there is. So healing the body is to increase that vibration. The lower vibration from distress, for example, then presents difficulties for the body. So here we have this mask, this powerful little piece of cloth. Just amazing what this little piece of cloth does in terms of distress. So it represents that virus, this idea of protection. This idea that infection out or infection in. So you're wearing it, you're holding it, you're having it because of that fear and the sadness of what it's done to a whole lot of people, a whole lot of communities. So the distress is from the virus. But the healing needs to come from the sadness, and the anger, and the hurt, and the physical forms. Another part of this mask is about the mandating of the mask. Whether you agree with the mask or not, when it becomes mandated, that becomes distressful. So you can respond with, anger. You can respond with fear. You can respond with, but whenever you increase that kind of emotional response in you, whether the policy is right or wrong, the healing of it, needing to do something with the healing of that fear and the impact of the vibrations of anger on your body from a little cloth. And then this idea with this little cloth, I have a personal liberty, I can do whatever I want. That's the distress. In the distress healing, however, it's about taking care of that, the anger, and taking care of that fear, and taking care of that, not holding on to it, working on the policy, working on personal freedom, very good issues, very important focuses. However, the damage to your body with the anger and with the fear and the sadness is monumental. And then it becomes judgmental, going to a store and saying, hey, you're not wearing a mask. Hey, how come you're not doing this? And how about, so the judgmentalness affects your mind and affects your heart. So is there some way in the distress healing, the distress of trying to make everybody do what you want to do, anger, fear, sadness. So the healing part is reducing that vibration and trying to elevate the higher vibration. The one little funny part of what's been going on, it's fun to kind of go to a store and you see people, all you can do is see their eyes. There's a man, I was in a hardware store the other day, and I've known this man for 10 years. We're standing there with a couple other people. He's got a mask on, I've got a mask on, and never even recognized him. Like, who are you anyway? Oh, yeah. So it's almost like the focus on smiles. The focus has been on the whole face to recognize the person. And now we only have the eyes. I've known some people in my therapy and in other places when I've talked to other people over the months. They say, actually, we're kind of afraid to look into people's eyes. We have always been that way. And now that I can't look at their faces, their mouths, their smiles, I can't really get any information from them. I'm looking down. That's how powerful the eyes are. The smile is, the eyes are so powerful in terms of communicating when we wish. So part of our attitude of the distress healing is not letting the distress part of the mask, but finding a way to see the joy of eyes. Can you see in other people's emotions, certain emotions? Can you pick up more things that you've never picked up before? Can you communicate with your eyes? So sometimes I'm joking when I'm talking to somebody, I kind of go, well, I'm actually smiling right now. I'm actually like trying to give them a hint. I'm actually smirking right now because they're not picking up, because they used to pick up a lot of things from smiles. So over the next few months, I'm sure it's going to be a few months, almost like this becomes a task of what? Enjoying the eyes of other people. I don't want to diminish the power of the virus. I don't want to diminish the power of mandating, and personal liberty. But in the smallest parts of all of our lives, we can always find what? A way to enjoy the eyes of others and the way to enjoy the eyes that you present to others. So when you're walking around, just like in Master Lin's 5-element movement, I feel happy, higher vibration. I feel joy, higher vibration. And guess where it'll show? Through your eyes. People will see you as happy. They'll see you full of joy. Thank you for listening to me.